Friends, today I have come here to give you the most important tips to improve your communication skill. To tell you frankly, our academics that we study, taking risk day and night, works only 30%. Rest of the 70% depends on our communication skills and body language. So now here I give you the most important tips to improve your communication skill. But before I give you the tips, I shall tell you one small story. Once there was a king who was very much interested to test the faithfulness of his ministers. One day he called three of his ministers, given them empty sacks, and asked them to go to Goa fruit garden and bring the most delicious fruits that were possible to them. The ministers did not understand. There were so many workers, so many soldiers who could go and bring the Goa fruits. Why he was giving the work to the ministers who were so officials in the kingdom? So they did not understand the intention of the king. So they have taken the empty sacks, gone to the Goa fruit garden. The third minister, who was not so faithful to the king, and thought to himself if the king was going to check his sack or not. So he filled the 75% of the bag with the spoiled rotten fruits, 20% of the bag with the better Goa fruits, and rest of the 5% the leaves he filled. The second minister, who was little bit of faithful to the king, filled the 50% of the bag with the best Goa fruits, 25% of the sack with the spoiled, damaged ones, and rest of the 25% with the leaves. Whereas the first minister, who was completely faithful to the king, filled the complete sack with the best Goa fruits that were possible to them. And when they returned back, without talking to them, the king had ordered his soldiers to imprison them. They were shocked. What is this? What mistake did you do? But the king did not talk to them. Just he had imprisoned them, given them separate cells, and asked them to stay for 30 days. Now you can understand how they are going to live rest of the 30 days in the prison. So the fruits that they have collected, they have to eat and live. The third minister, guess how many days could he be happy? Maybe 5-6 days. Rest of the days, he could not. So after 6-7 days, he fell sick. The second minister was able to stay happily for 15 days. Rest of the 15 days, he could not survive. Whereas the first minister, who was faithful to the king and faithful to himself, lived happily for 30 days. He was wealthy and healthy. Friends, from this story, what can you understand? So now guess, whatever we do, we should not do for the sake of someone. Once the work is given to us, we do not know how far it is going to help others, but surely 100 to 200% it will help us only. So we should do to our best. Now coming to our communication skills, as I told you, I shall give you 5 tips to improve our communication skills. So first one, we need to create a group of our own. Friends, understand this point. We need to have the best group. We need to create a group among ourselves. If you are a correct person, choose the friends who are really working to improve their communication skill. Once you enter into the class, sometimes negatively we think, nobody is speaking. Why should I speak? We are not studying for others' sake. The education that we get helps us, improves us, develops us, not others. So, create a group of only 4 to 5 members if possible. Make a rule among yourselves. From now, let us speak only in English. It may be sometimes broken language, The structure of the sentences may not be proper. Grammatically, we may not be able to speak. Don't worry about it. Try, try, try. This is the first option you need to have. Without a group, it is very difficult to improve our communication. Second point, self-talk. So, once we are going to talk to someone, first we need to talk in ourselves. What am I going to today? What am I going to talk to someone? How am I going to talk? Construct the sentences within yourself. Then it will be easy for us to convey what we are going to talk. And third one, don't worry about your mistakes. Don't worry about your mistakes. It is common to make mistakes. It is human tendency to err the mistakes. There are no one who could directly come out and speak fluent language. Of course, when we try to speak in English, maybe the broken language, without grammatically, without constructing the proper sentences, people may laugh. Let them laugh. Your friends may laugh. When they do not understand what you are trying to convey to them, they will laugh. If they are really good at English, they will try to correct your mistakes. So, don't worry about the mistakes that you are making. Next point, speak slowly, clearly. When you are talking to someone, speak slowly. Don't go for higher words, high vocabulary. Try to use only the simple language that is possible to you. And when others are trying to speak to you, just listen to them. What tenses are they following? What vocabulary are they speaking? Are you able to understand or not? And in the same way, you also try to speak slowly. The great personalities, the important citizens in the country, in the world, they don't rush their language. They speak slowly because every common man also should understand what they are trying to convey. Next point, practice it daily. No person becomes rich in a single night. It takes time. You try one day speaking in English, 2 days, third day, and you see that people are not talking, others are laughing at you. Don't give up. It is a stepping stone. Obstacles will be there in the life. People will laugh. That is common. So when we are trying to come up in life, there are people who will be trying to push you down. Never give up. Try. Not one day. Until you reach your goal. Surely, when you face these problems and when you work out on these points, surely you will become the great person who can speak the best language in the world. So friends, when you are practicing it daily, listen to the English channels, maybe the cartoon channels, movie channels, news, and if possible, go next step to read a lot that is possible to you. Take small story books. Collect from your friends, collect from your children, collect from your students. Read the stories, as many stories as possible to you. Besides that, you also can go for English newspapers. When you do all this, surely you will become the perfect man who can speak the best language in the world. Hope you understand, friend. Once again, I tell you the 5 points. Create a group of your own among yourselves, 4 to 5 members. Practice it. Self-talk. Self-talk is very important. Don't worry about your mistakes. Let them laugh. Those are their laugh. One day they'll come and stand before you saying that they have lost in their lives. Speak slowly, clearly, that the opponent should be able to understand what you are trying to convey. Practice it daily. Speak, listen, read. Then only you become a fluent speaker in English. So friends, wish you all the best. We shall meet in my next video. Thank you.